What is up, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about why it's so hard to get into the NBA. Before we get started, I'm going to need you to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn that bell on for notifications so that way every time we drop a video, you'll be notified. And you're going to want to watch this entire video because some of these facts are crazy. With that being said, let's get right into it. There are various ways to look at this, but most information you'll find is that your chances of going from a competitive high school basketball program to the NBA is anywhere between 1 and 3%. That is a 1 to 3% chance to make it in the NBA if you played basketball in high school. Every NBA player at one point of their career was considered to be best among their peers in their league. So guys who ride the pine in high school or college aren't going to make it to the NBA. What does it take to be your best in your high school, in your league, one of the best in your state, in your ball club, or in your college, in your conference, or in the entire country? And once you get to the NBA, it's a whole nother layer of levels that influence how you get paid. So you constantly have to be the best of the best in whatever age group of basketball you're playing in. If you're not the best of the best, you're not going to make it to the NBA. According to the NCAA, there are 351 Division I schools, 305 Division II schools, and 448 Division III schools, and there's 244 NAIA schools. That's excluding the British Columbia programs. In total, that is around 1,348 collegiate basketball programs. Assuming that the men's basketball team has 15 players, there's about 20,200 collegiate basketball players at any given time. And that's roughly about 3.6% of all high school basketball players. So your chances of being a good basketball player in high school makes it really slim to even get into college. And from college, your chances are even slimmer of getting into the NBA. Only a handful of players in the last 20 years have come from a Division II, Division III, or NAIA school. Because the country's ability to spot NBA talent has become so efficient, so smooth, like they have AAU tournaments all over the place, travel teams that travel the country. There are just so many different ways for a player to be discovered nowadays. Like you got YouTube, hoop mixtapes, you've got social media, you've got all these AAU programs. There's so many ways to be discovered nowadays, and so they only use the most efficient ways to find the best basketball talent as a Division I organization. Division I athletes in isolation represent for approximately 26% of all collegiate basketball players. So there's roughly 450 million basketball players in the world. There are roughly 26 million basketball players in the United States, and there's 30 teams in the NBA with around 14 slots per team. So there's 420 NBA players in the league at any given time. That's right, only 420 people in the entire world get to be a part of the NBA at any given time. And only 150 of them get to start the basketball game. There's only 150 starters throughout the entire world that play in the NBA. Now here's the kicker. These rosters are usually complete with the exception of a few positions, so they don't clear out and add 14 new players every single year. On average, teams are looking to add roughly around 3 players each season. So that means they're only hiring 90 people every year. 90 people. So that means free agents. That means team swaps and whatnot, trades and such. That isn't even including the draft. And that's 60 players right there drafted in the NBA every year. So now you're looking at only a small amount of people that can even get into the NBA that aren't already in the NBA. Charles Barkley even once said, come on, let's be honest, get real. You're not gonna make it into the NBA if you're not spectacular. If you're 7 feet tall, your chances are about 1 in 6. Even at 7 feet tall, you really have to have solid mobility and a decent understanding of the game of basketball. And you need to have solid post moves to be able to make it work in the NBA. Now, if you're even the average height, which is 5'9" for a guy, the chances of you making it to the NBA are practically impossible. You would need to possess an incredible natural quickness or be able to shoot lights out from beyond the arc. With all that being said, that is why it's so hard to get into the NBA, because you have to be so skilled and there's such a small amount of NBA players that it makes it getting into the league virtually impossible. But thank you all so much for watching. Please go ahead and smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn that bell on for notifications, and we'll see you all in the next video.